If you are ready to add a fully functional vehicle in your game, let's get started. First, let's create a new project. Click on New Project, select 3D template and give your project a name. Then, click Create Project. Wait for the editor to load your new project. Let's start by adding some assets to our project. For this project, we will be using the following free assets: Arcade Free Racing Car as the car model and Low Poly Road Pack for our road junction. The link for these assets are available in the description as well. Add these assets to your account. In the Unity editor, go to the Windows menu and select Package Manager. Select My Assets from the drop-down menu. Select Arcade Free Racing Car from the list. You may need to click the download button to download the assets to your project. Then, click the import button for both assets to import them to your project. When you click the import button, a small Import Unity Package window will appear. Simply click the import button on the Import Unity Package. When you click the import button, the assets will be added to your project. Follow the same process for Low Poly Road Pack as well. Close the Package Manager window. For this project, we will be using a demo scene from Low Poly Road Pack. Select the Low Poly Road Pack in the project window and open the demo folder. Then double click on the demo scene to open it. Now let's add a car model in the scene. Open the Arcade Free Car folder. Find the prefabs with the collider and drag and drop any car model into the scene. Adjust the car position according to your scene. You can use any car you like as long as it has 4 separate wheels so that the wheels can turn and spin. Let's start by adding a box collider to the car object. Edit the collider so it fits the car. You can use side and front view for this while being an orthographic view to make it easier. Make sure that the collider doesn't touch the ground, because the wheels need to do this and otherwise your card controller won't work. When you are done with the collider, make sure your object has a rigid body. Now create an empty object under the car object called Wheel Colliders. Create another empty object which will serve as one of our wheel colliders. Position it at the front of left wheel. Rename the game object to front left wheel collider. and add a wheel collider to it. Adjust the radius and position until it fits your wheel. Also go into the front view to position it correctly. Now you can duplicate it and place it at the front right wheel. Select both the wheel collider object and duplicate it one more time for our rear wheels. Make sure the naming is done correctly. Now let's add the script to our project. But first, click the Edit drop-down menu. Select Preferences. It is the fourth option from the bottom of the menu. Select External Tools from the list on the left. Then for the External Script Editor option, select the correct version of Visual Studios. If the Visual Studios is already set, you don't need to do anything. Then click the Regenerate Project File button. You can now close the preference window. Now, let's create a C# script. Go to the project window, select Assets folder, right-click in the right-hand panel, select Create, then Folder. When the folder is created, give it the name Scripts. Double-click on the Scripts folder to open it. Right-click again in the Scripts folder, go to Create, then C# script. When the script has been created, give it the name Car Controller. Double-click on the script to open the script in the Visual Studios. Update the code in the script file to match the code as shown. You can find the script in the description as well. Paste the script and save the script, then go back to Unity. Now add the car controller script to your car object. Then you need to assign all the variables to the component in the inspector window. Make sure that you do this correctly. Now, let's adjust some settings for the car to function properly. In the inspector window, set the motor force to 1000, brake force to 3000, and max steer angle to 30. Also, set the mass of our rigid body to 1200. Now, select all the wheel colliders and double the spring value and damper value. We have successfully made a car controller. You can drive with WASD and brake with spacebar. Let's now add a camera which follows the car smoothly. We will use the Cinemachine camera so that we don't have to code our own script. Go to the Windows menu, select Package Manager, select Unity Registry from the drop-down menu, search Cinemachine, and install the package. Once the package is successfully installed, close the Package Manager window. Go to your main camera and add the Cinemachine brain component. Now go to the hierarchy and press the add button. Select Cinemachine, and choose create virtual camera. We need a point on a car for the camera to follow. So create an empty object parent to the car called follow point. Now select your virtual camera, drag the follow point into the look at and follow in the inspector window. Now expand the body section and set the follow offset of 0, 2 and -5. Also under the aim section, set the horizontal damping to 0. And that's it for today's tutorial. You have successfully built a basic car controller in Unity, complete with physics, steering, and camera follower system. Now you can modify the car's handling, add different terrains, or even expand it into a fully racing game. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment with your thoughts and questions, and subscribe for more Unity tutorials. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.